Well, hey guys, it's Leslie with Luvink&Paper. How you doing? Are you ready to celebrate this great kit for July? Oh my gosh, it was so fun and so many bright colors. I loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. We're just about a minute early, so let me just give everybody a minute to find us, okay? And we'll talk a little bit about the kit, and we'll talk a little bit about my host code and all of that good stuff. Okay, so anyway, and I feel like, I wonder if you can see this. I could take it off and show you. I made this great pendant at the glass place just up the street. Isn't that fun? Let me bring it up close. Can you see that? I love it. I really do. So maybe you need it in the light, even though that's farther away. So nice. Anyway, wearing that, just feeling happy that the last couple of days have been sunny and pleasant and not outrageously hot and muggy. We haven't had rain. I know that meant I had to do a little watering, but you know, let me just take a quick drink. I should have done that before we started. All right, here we go. Now, so you've had time to take a screenshot of this if you want to. I will likely be wrapping this up in the next day or so and then starting a new one. So anyway, just so you know. Alrighty, so our kit this month. Our kit this month had a Daffodil Delight stamping spot, okay? And remember, I do usually sub in my larger size pad. I did also, for some of these, I didn't think the daffodil was dark enough for some of the greetings, and so I brought in a new color that's in the Brights family, Azure Afternoon. All right, so we have those. And also remember that when you first start with Paper Pumpkin, you get a D-size block, and that's a little, it's certainly workable, okay? It definitely will do the job, but I prefer using the different sizes of our ergonomic blocks that have a nice grip to them. So anyway, there's that piece as well. All right, let's open things up and see what else was in here. So we had our stamp set, okay. Lots of really fun, I love this. Sorry I was crabby. There's probably a few people that needed me to send them a card. Like Richard probably needs one of those about every week. Anyway, so lots of great summery fun greetings, and then two really fun images. Okay, so we'll put that aside. And for adhesive this month, we got tear and tape, which I love that they're adding this. The glue dots are great for lots of things, and I actually have them here from another kit that I will probably use them for, but I do love this. Although this is overkill for a lot of things, it does give you a nice straight adhesive. I also will likely sub in my Stampin' Seal for some of the things, and also possibly my multi-purpose liquid glue. All right, so let's tuck that over here with the stamp set. We also got some really pretty little tiny clear sequins, which were really fun. And your instructions. Okay, so I'm going to just close that for a second, and we'll talk about the instructions for a second. So these are the cards that the kit was designed to make. 9 cards, 3 of each design, and with the matching coordinating envelopes, which is really cool. I highly recommend you do this step first, okay? This is the sort, okay? So these are the pieces designed to make card 1. These are the pieces, except that this shell actually, if you look on here, the shell actually goes with the surfboards and the umbrella, and not the sunset card. Okay, so there's a tiny misprint, so that should go over here. Okay, but I do highly recommend that you do the sort, especially if you're going to do any alternatives. Okay, you may want to do a sort and just set those 3 aside, because you may want at least one of each done just the way the kit shows. Okay, maybe you don't, but just in case, it's a good idea to just set those aside, or set those 3 sets aside, and those are the pieces you'll use on your alternatives. Okay, so whatever, I would definitely suggest doing the sort first, and then you're ready to go ahead and do the other pieces. Okay, all right. Oh, let's go to the back. So there, I also encourage you to double check, sort of check off, like, okay, did I get all of the things in my kit that I'm supposed to have gotten? Okay, so make sure, that's another good reason to do the sort, is to make sure all your pieces and parts are there. Okay, you may want to check in with the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors, and you might want to check out the inspiration of these cards. Okay, I was going to do one like this, be inspired by this one, and play with the color. But I found some other jumping off places and did some other things, so I didn't go there. Anyway, but always good, okay? And there is always a QR code or the website if you want to go watch somebody from Stampin' Up. It's a quick, they sort of speed it all up, but you can watch somebody put them together. This fold this month was a little tricky. So if you were having any trouble at all, I've seen a couple, I did a video earlier this, last week maybe I did it, when I got my kit, and did a couple of, just folded a couple of the card bases real quick. And I know a couple of other demonstrators have done that as well. I did have a comment from somebody saying, wow, you really explained this well. So if you're having any trouble, head over to my YouTube channel and find my first, I think I call it part 1 or unboxing or something like that, okay? All right, so let's see what else. So this is sort of what I have left after my sort, and what I used for some alternatives, which are over here. Okay, so I still have those, plus I still have some pieces that I can use. I still have plenty. So the only thing we got extra this time, and Stampin' Up! Does try to do this, if you are stamping on a piece, they try to give you one spare, one just in case, which I think is really nice. In the case of this is designed to go on this, to put up another layer. I got brave and just stamped right on there, figuring, well, if I mess up or if I don't like the way it looks, because there are no mistakes in Stampin' Up!, we know that. I could always go back and get one of these and put it on. Okay, so anyway, so those are the the only extra pieces we got this month. All right, let's put that over there because I think I've got everything. I've got a few other pieces and parts that I've cut. I love these chairs. We did have a die set, something seasons, something, I don't know. And it had a slightly smaller Adirondack chair die as part of when you bought it as a bundle, or if you got the die set. It had a little Adirondack chair. So if you have those, you are in luck because you can make yourself some more. I think I sold mine, which was maybe not such a good plan. But let's take a look at what I did. All right, and then this is just the rest of my pieces and parts. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the tiny changes that I made. Okay, let me see if I can figure out which ones were supposed to go with which ones. All right. Okay, so this and this. Okay. I think. Yeah. Okay. So then this one is pretty close. Anyway, this one could be almost exact. Yeah, this one I did almost exactly the way it was shown in the kit. Okay. So let me just really, you know what? Let me grab one of those bases and just show you how to fold it really fast. Okay. It's not difficult. You just have to, it's a little counterintuitive. Let me use a nice bright colored one so it will be a little easier to see. Okay. So this is the way the base comes. Okay, there's a score line up here at the top. There's a score line here, a score line here, a score line here, a score line here, and a score line over here. Okay. Basically, this makes what we call a side step card. Okay. So this is actually at 4 1/4. Okay, because these become a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 size card. All right, but you think that you might want to just fold this down, like fold this all the way across, but they're not. They don't match up, and that's not how you want to do them. Okay, so you do want to pinch this one up. Okay, that is where we're going to fold that. You also want to pinch this one up right here, this back one. Okay, so you're going to kind of pinch that and this. And this one is going to go up as well. Now you've got some in here. So you're going to go mountain. Now you're going to go down. Okay, then you're going to come back. So you make a little groove where some of your pieces are going to sit. Okay, now you want to see this. So this is going to go down. Okay, and then this goes up. So then you're able to just push it all together like that. All right, and you want to grab your bone folder and you want to kind of push out, and then you're going to kind of come in here. Whoops, I found a little sticky spot on my, here's my adhesive remover. Oh, I left it on my other table. Well, this might work. Nope. All right, well, there we go. I think most of it's gone. Okay. Anyway, so then you may want to scoot in here and get some of these squished, okay, and then over here. Just give that a good crease, okay? Then it will stand up. Then you will be ready to go. All right, so not hard, just very counterintuitive, and if you haven't done this kind of fold before, it doesn't feel like that's what you should do. And the little arrows on the directions didn't help a whole lot as far as I was concerned, okay? They do their best. They can't write out all the directions because it would make it pages and pages and pages. And they also, well, I don't know if they offer this I know they offer the kits in Canada, I just don't know if they offer them in French. Anyway, it might get tricky for languages and stuff, and if you offer written print in one market, it has to be readable in all other markets. All right, so there you go. We've folded a base. We know what we're doing, okay? All right, so this one I pretty much did just as is. So I took the bigger, I looked right at what I sorted, and I put this and the extra pieces. I added my greeting, and this is about when I decided I'm not so happy with the daffodil as the ink spot for greetings, okay? So I decided I wanted something else. Oh, I know what that is. All right, so there's that one, pretty much just the way it was designed. This one was designed to have both the umbrella and the chair and this, I think. Yeah, so 3 sets of die cuts. This sign, the umbrella, and the Adirondack chair. And I went, you know what? That is just too many die cuts. I want to use that chair for something else. So I didn't use it. Okay, I ended up trimming off. So the umbrella was a long piece. So I ended up trimming it off and moving this, and I really like it. And I used crumb cake on that. All right, so what did I do with the chair? Well, what did I do with that chair? I think it's one of the, so here's one. So I know what I did. Okay, so this one I just left off the chair. This one I used the chair and not the umbrella, and I ended up using the umbrella for this flat card, and I used some pieces of the envelope, and I just stamped and hand cut a sun and put it up on dimensional. So this is the one where I left off this. I kept the chair from this one. I didn't do that one yet. Have it for later. And then this was the alternate for this one, okay, that I had that extra piece for. All right, and then on this one I used most of the pieces that it indicated, but I did not use the surfboards, and it had a long piece going across, and I just cut that off. I ended up using some envelope pieces again, and then I just put it on one of our craft note cards and envelopes. So I just had a little small note card. And I will likely put a little piece of either an envelope or a Whisper White, gosh, we haven't had that in years, basic white inside there for writing my message on, okay? Sorry, I was crabby. I'm saving that for the next time. I am not very nice to Richard. I don't do that intentionally, but anyway. All right, so that's those. So for today, what do we want to make today? So one of the things that some people were saying was, well, I can't do that crazy fold. Okay, don't do the crazy fold. So on this one, I cut on the score line here, and I cut on the score line here, and I just took that top part out. Okay, the pieces are here somewhere. Like, no, that's not it. This one, I think. No. I don't know. It's over there in my mess somewhere. Anyway, I cut that piece off. And I'm just going to put that, I just brought in a little bit of Pool Party cardstock. So I'm just going to put that here, like that. Just kind of like that. And then I decided that if I slid this down to where that matched up, I was good with that. Okay. I was good with, I could have trimmed those clouds if I wanted to, but I was good with the way this ended up looking. Okay. And then I thought, well, to sort of disguise this, we'll just add our palm trees over here, and that will disguise this a bit. Okay, it also plays up these other palm trees. Okay, and I thought we could bring in our little crab because he's super cute, and I had a piece left over from another base that I cut, and so I thought we'll just stamp that. I think I decided I would do Hello Sunshine. All right, so let's grab the Azure Afternoon, then we'll start adding these pieces down. Okay. All right. Let's go kind of in the middle, and then I can always there. Okay. And I think I trimmed that little piece. Pretty sure it's 3/4 of an inch. Yeah. Nice. And it was just off of one of the bases that I ended up chopping up. All right, let's set that aside because sometimes these pieces sometimes have a little bit of a coating, which means that the ink takes just an extra second to dry. So you might want to just give it a minute. All right, so let's do our adhesive. Whoop. There you go. Okay, put some here, 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 and then I'm going to go way down to the bottom and put some adhesive because I want to be able to slide that down. All right, so let's get this piece on. Now, so I did a little bit of trimming on this because I wanted to make sure that when I slid it down in, that this would line up, but also that nothing would stick out over the top of my card. Oh, sorry. All right, so let's use liquid glue on this so that I can do that sliding thing. I'm going to put just some little drops up there, and then there. Okay. And then we're just going to pick this up and slide it till it matches like that. Okay. All right, so there's that. Now we're going to do a little bit of dimensionals. Now, this particular kit, I think it did have dimensionals. I honestly don't remember. Let me check the directions. I see glue dots. I see tear and tape. I do not see dimensionals, probably because they felt like these cards had plenty of dimension already. Okay, but if you've been a Paper Pumpkin subscriber for a while, you know that you probably have some dimensionals from past kits. Okay, they usually give you way more than you need. So we'll just put a couple on here. Okay, And I'm gonna cut a few, actually, do I have some minis right here? They could be hiding. Oh, nope, here they are. So we also have I sometimes call them baby dimensionals or the mini Stampin' dimensionals. Sometimes you want something a little bit smaller. Okay, so we'll just put a couple of these. And there we go. And I think one more right over here. There. Okay. So I'm going to make a pretty big pile of little backings over here. There we go. If you ever have trouble getting a dimensional backing off, you just give it a little press with your fingernail and they'll pop right off. Okay. Just a little tip for you there. Okay. All right, so let's put, yeah, see, that'll just sort of disguise where that is. And I'm pretty good with that. And I think this is probably dry now. It's not smudging. And let's just take my snips and trim that. And just put, I love that there are little slits so his claws can hold the greeting. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over, bring in my silicone craft sheet so you can hopefully see that I'm going to just tuck one of these. Where's that take your pick tool? This is the other. These are two of the tools that if you are, they're pretty much the only two extra tools that you really might want to invest in. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber and you don't have them already, this tool is a godsend, and a good sharp pair of snips is really helpful. All right, so I've just got some glue dots from a previous kit, and I can choose to take the backing off, or I can choose to leave the backing on. It's totally doesn't matter. But now I've got those glue dots so that they're holding, so the sign won't move in his claws. Okay, and it's not going to shift down too far and block the letters or anything like that. Okay, so I can leave them like that and then put on some dimensionals. Let's just put that away so I don't end up stabbing myself. All right, so let's put a glue dot dimensional right there, and then we'll put them out on each end there like that. 3 should be plenty. Okay. And I'm not going to take those backings off since I want him popped up. I just wanted those secured. Now I could have snuck a mini dimensional in there, but I just wanted to show you. So let's take that away. And ooh, let's put him up. Did you see what I almost did? Woo, that would have been funny. All right, let's put him right here. Okay, there. So now let me just give that a good crease with my bone folder. Which went where? Oh, sticking out at me. Okay. There we go. So there we go. So now we have a mostly flat card, but I really like the cohesiveness of these two pieces together. All right, the other thing I think I will do is take my Wink of Stella, because you just can't have a summary card without shimmer, right? So let's put a little bit of Wink of Stella on our sunshine. Make it all nice and sparkly. I might even do the crab. Make him look like he's wet and shiny from the water. Okay, we'll give him a little winky, as my friend Barbara calls it. Okay. There. Okay. Then I think these coconuts need a little something something. So let's try a little bit of Link-A-Stella on them. Like that. And that it is shiny, but I almost feel like it gives it, like it's got texture, and we know coconuts do have texture, right? They're hairy on the outside. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's grab our embellishments though, and my take your pick tool, and let's get a couple of these on here. Let's see, let's put one over here near our crab. Let's put one up here near our palm tree. And let's put one out here in the water, kind of near the palm tree. I just want to give the water a little sparkle. Here, I guess, is good. There. Okay. So a few little gems there to make it. There. Okay, so there's our card number 1. All right, card number 2 also uses some pieces and parts, and I made a mistake cutting, so you'll see that. It sort of was a mistake. I was thinking I was going to go this way, and no, I was thinking I was going to go this way, so I cut it off, and then I decided that I really wanted it to go this way, so I just grabbed that piece and figured I'd put it back, and we'll just put the chair over that part, and it will be fine. Okay, so this is another one where I cut at some of the score lines and took that side step piece out. Okay, so let's put this in like that. I'm going to have to line up that other piece. There. And then we'll just put this one right there. Nobody will ever know. Because you won't tell, right? I'm going to hide it. You'll do better than I will. You won't cut it there. Okay. There we go. Can't even hardly tell. All right, so this is a piece of the envelope, and I'm just going to put that on the inside. Oh wait, I might put, hang on. I'm going to just add a sunshine in the corner, like that. There, okay. All right. So see, the daffodil was really good for certain things. All right, let's put this in. Ready for a note. Wish I had been thinking I would have sent this to arrive before our friends went to the beach. Anyway, all right. So let's put, what was I thinking? What did I do? Oh, I must have scored this wrong. Well, we'll figure it out. Okay. So, oh, because we've got plenty of ocean here, I think, yes, sending an ocean of love. So let's stamp that in our Azure Afternoon. go. Okay. Alrighty. And this can go up here. Okay, on dimensionals. What do I have left for pieces and parts? Oh, I could have chosen to do that. I didn't, but I could. Hang on. Did I bring, oh, I didn't bring my trimmer over here. I need to trim it so that it will line up. I need to cut. I need to make a tiny mark like that. Hang on. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Just dashing over to get my trimmer. This is another really great tool that if you don't have from Stampin' Up, they really do have the best one on the market. So you might want to get one. All right, so I'm just going to trim the tiniest little bit off the bottom here. Like this. Cut that like that. I wasn't going to use this piece. I was going to save it for another card, but I've decided that I think I want this here. Like that. Oh yes, I think I do. Okay, let's put that one on. Oh. There. And this one we won't tuck behind. We'll just stick right there. Like that. Then we can kind of disguise this seam where the waves don't quite match up. So, oh, I better put, hang on. I better put the chair on there first. Let's use some mini dimensionals. All right. There's that. We'll put one up here. That's good. I've seen some demonstrators that are clever enough to get their backings off with this, and they all end up right on the thing. I don't know how they do that. I guess I need a lesson on that. For me, I just peel them up. Okay, so let's grab, whoops. Let's grab the chair and our banner and do that. Okay, there. Okay, then we can add over here in the corner or under here. I think I like them better in the corner. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let's put a glue dot from the previous kit. I'll just use that to stick them, because my seal is kind of, it puts out too big of a, whoops. think I'm going to get one more, because that one kind of scrunched up. Okay. There. All right. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So a little bit different, you know, the side fold card, but I like that one. Okay. All right. Now, our last one. Oh, this one is really fun. This one looks hard, but it's not. This is another one of those fun fold things that is easy. Looks crazy coming out of the envelope, but is really quite easy to do. All right, so what I did was I have my regular card base, 5.5 by 8.5. And it's crumb cake scored at 4 1/4. Okay, and then with my trimmer, I cut from the open edge here up to the score line at 1 1/4, and then I flipped it around and did the same thing. So now I have these two flaps that are 1 1/4 inches, and then I have this middle flap that is just over 3. Okay. All right, so then I took some Balmy Blue. I tried it with Pool Party, didn't like it. Tried it with Balmy Blue and liked it better. So I went with the Balmy Blue, and I did the painted texture embossing folder. So now I did bring in some extra tools and things. And then, so I'm just going to put those here for some texture on the side. Like this. Okay. There. Okay. Then I trimmed this piece down to just over 3. So it lands not quite at 3 1/8, but a little more than 3. Okay. Since it's going on crumb cake, if you do it at 3 and you have a little give on either side, it's not going to matter. Okay. So you want to make sure though that your clouds don't go past your score line. Okay, because when it folds, you want it to be able to go in your envelope. Okay, so you're going to end up adhering it like this. Okay. So I'll add some adhesive along this top edge, like that. We'll put some here and some in the middle, and we'll just double check this so that our sky is up high enough, but it's not too high, and then we'll just wiggle that onto that middle panel. Okay. So you're thinking, wow, Leslie, that is a little strange. It's really not. Hang in there with me, okay? So now we're going to have our surfboards, okay? And that was wide enough to go right across there, okay? And what we're going to do is be very, very strategic with our adhesive, okay? The adhesive only attaches here. So this surfboard gets no adhesive. None. 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 Okay. I may put a dimensional up here in this one and then flat down here. I'm going to see how that works. Okay. So we're just going to put some adhesive. I can come out nearly 1 inch. Okay. So I can have some adhesive there and then some adhesive here. And then a dimensional up here. And let's see how that goes. All right, so we fold everything flat. Or if you're worried, fold that out. Oh no, you can't do that. It won't go in right. Don't do that. Sorry. So we're going to find this corner and we're going to very carefully find this corner, and then we're going to stick that. And so what's going to happen is when you open it, you can have a greeting here, and we can put one way down here. Okay. All right. You know what? I don't even think we need this. Hang on. You know what? I don't know, you guys. I think I don't need this. I have an idea. Oh, I don't have my crumb cake with me. Oh, that's all right. I can do it with... Hang on. This is flat, more or less. So let's grab out our daffodil. Let's grab out our starfish. Okay, put that on one of my little blocks here. And let's put a couple of starfish down along the beach. I kind of like that. That kind of gives us a little something there. Okay. One more. Oh, you know what? I should probably have odd numbers. Just go over here. Okay. Just, that's the way our eyes like things, is with odd numbers. So that's what I did. Okay, then we'll go in here and we'll use our Azure Afternoon. Yeah, I think I'm going to save this piece. I'm going to put that in my to be used pile. Nope, I don't want that there. Let's put this. Let's put the sun up here. Like that. Okay. This is a little bit of create on the fly. Mostly planned, little create on the fly. How am I doing for time? Ooh. Taking a little more of your time than I had planned. Sorry about that. All right, so let's see if we can fit, I think, if I go real close to this corner, right here, relax, you deserve it. I think, oh, a little bit's gonna show. Not terrible. Oh, I know what I can do. Hang on. I didn't need all those stamped starfish because now I'm going to have an even number. But if I put my other one right here, oh yeah, we can solve this. All right, then we put this on the inside, and I said relax in there. What if I just do waving hello? Do I have an extra block? I might have to take one off. All right, let's clean this. I think this will work. Yep, diagonally I can get it to work. Okay. Hang in there, you guys. Almost done. And then just a little waving hello. Okay. All right. Let's put this inside. like this. Put this down like this, and then let's get some of those glue dots. And let's fix a little bit of my boo-boo. It's not really a boo-boo. It's just, I don't really want anybody to see that just yet. All right, and on the seashell, and there we go. Okay, there. Okay, better. I like that. All right, and before we put that away, let's put a couple of these fancy little gems. One down in the sand. And one up here. Okay. There we go. So now we have, this is called, I think it's called a double open or a bridge or something card. Okay, so you have the extra opens, which is kind of cool. All right, so let's take a look at what we did today real quick. Okay, we have our card that opens this way, made flat by cutting out that side step part. All right. We have this one that goes this way with that cut out. Okay, and then we use some of those other pieces, right? And then I showed you a couple of the other ones that all I did was make the card the regular way, except that I left out a layer just because I thought some of them had more die cuts and stuff than they really needed. They were fine with a few less, and so that way I had them to use for other cards. So there you go. I hope that was fun. I hope you enjoy your kit and have a great time playing with it. It is a great summer kit, Marlene, and I'm so glad you were able to join me for this. And as soon as that extra kit that I have coming arrives, I will let you know. All right, thanks guys. Take care. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.